Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the County Executive of Suffolk County, Steve Leader.
Thanks, Matt. I think this is the 7th time that I've been introduced by Matt, and I think you've done it 17 times in all now as the leader of this august body, and I think it's appropriate that we give Matt Crossan a great round of applause for helping to build this organization, knowing that this is his last day on the dais with us. 2010. We have to, what kind of a year is 2010 going to be? It could be another 2009, which would be terrible. It's possible that we're going to see a rebound. We in government have to monitor very closely, just like you do. That's what's so important. If you just hope and pray that things are going to get better and all the sales tax revenue is going to come in by the end of the year, if you're lucky and it does, okay, you survive. But if it doesn't come in, you're sunk. I'm a very, very big believer in caps. They work. Suffolk County is proof of it. All the naysayers, oh, you're going to destroy services, blah, blah, baloney. It forces you to prioritize. That's why in Suffolk, we've had 3 years of the last 6 where we've actually cut spending. Not just taxes, but spending itself. We've had 6 straight years now without a general fund property tax increase, and I don't know if there's another county in the state that can say that. If you want to maintain tax stability, you have to expand the economy. Without question, you have to expand the economy. One of the ways we do that is through our incentive packages. Does anybody here think that Cannon would have stayed here when they could have gone to New Jersey if we didn't have an incentive package? Or the same with Leviton with their 400 jobs? Or Air Techniques? Or Back to LAC? Or Contract Pharmaceutical? All of them had some type of incentive package. We need those Empire zones to stay here in Suffolk and Nassau counties, and hopefully the legislature can reverse that decision in the upcoming months. We have a lobbying committee, and this is a committee not of 5 or 10. It's a committee of everyone in this room and all the business throughout Suffolk County and Nassau County, where we have to lobby more aggressively and more united for the things that really matter to us. We're stronger as an island when both counties are working together rather than independently, and I know Ed shares that same philosophy. I know that if you're doing well, we're going to be doing well because you're going to have the money to your businesses to keep our coffers full. So I leave you with that promise that we'll continue to be your strong partners. But there is one thing I do want to mention, going back to what I mentioned earlier about this potential run. I'm not going to make things political, but there is one thing that the governor did last week that I think has to be talked about. Now, that these reporters have been trying to bait me to say negative things about the governor for the last several weeks, and I refused to do so. But he did something last week that I think was, number one, wrong. I think it showed bad judgment, and I think it was a betrayal to the people of New York. He got on the radio and said that the San Diego Chargers would beat the New York Jets. And I just want you to know, I'm with New York. Jets 20, Colts 17. Okay? Thank you all very much.
Please welcome the new Nassau County Executive, Ed Mangano.
Thank you. But good morning. Before I begin, I want to thank Matt Crossan for his 16 years of service to the LIA. Matt, we're going to miss you. And I wish the LIA great success in finding a replacement. Those are big shoes to fill. I have a vision for Nassau County that sounds simple, but in reality is very difficult. My vision is simply to get things done. My administration will announce real progress when it occurs, and we will roll up our sleeves to make sure progress takes place. The taxpayers get nothing back but a bill. There are no new jobs created, no roads being constructed, no parks being improved, no services being maintained for the people of Nassau County. It's simply a shameful waste of taxpayer dollars, since the taxpayer shoulders the burden of this crushing debt with each year's budget. We did not waste time before attacking this problem head-on. On day one, I established an assessment reform team headed by Patrick Foy, who is with us today. That team, comprised of both commercial and residential property owners, will report back to me with a plan in place that will encompass both the needed local and state legislation and other measures that will reform the system and lessen this crippling burden. Long Island's ability to continue to subsidize the rest of the state is uncertain at best. I call on Albany to provide the short-term assistance Nassau will require to address the 2010 and 2011 deficits and the assessment apocalypse that we face. Before I was in public service, I was a small business owner. Like many of you, I understand how difficult it can be to grow a small business and keep it afloat, especially in these challenging times. I also recognize how rewarding it can be when that success happens. My administration will look to seek to establish a helping hand to our small businesses here in Nassau County. I want to announce this morning that County Executive Levy and Westchester County Executive Bob Astorino and I have vowed to work together on issues of common interest. Ronald Reagan once said, "There's no limit to what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit." I couldn't agree more. Thank you, and enjoy the day.
Well, this is an annual event in which the county executives report to the business community and the civic community on the economic standing of their respective counties. This year, they both said that 2009 proved to be a very difficult year. They're hoping that 2010 will be better. Nassau County has some particular fiscal problems. Suffolk County may have some as well. So they're hopeful that the economy will rise, that people will hire, the jobs will be created, the more people will be hired, more money will be spent, and that'll help the county. But I have to say that they're not sure that that will happen. They talked about a variety of initiatives that they have to try to reduce costs that the counties have to pay and to stimulate growth in the counties. Generally, I think it was a fairly optimistic presentation by both county executives, especially given the state of the economy right now.